Painting is something you can't grasp. It's not absolutely realistic. It's weird. It's unfamiliar, and yet the canvas makes it feel like it is real, as if you can almost hold it, but it keeps slipping out, so we keep chasing it with our eyes and minds. The more we look at the painting, the more we fall into it, into that strange, dreamlike world. I'm Nevena Prijic. I'm a painter, and I live in Los Angeles. I'm from Belgrade, Serbia. I was born there and grew up there, and I immigrated to the United States when I was 30 years old. My work shifted a lot since I moved to Los Angeles 7 years ago, just by the influence of the nature that is prevalent here and also the urban life. It's kind of like all meshed up together. I'm interested in biology, science, and human nature, and altogether our connections with the rest of the world, because I think ultimately we are all thinking about who we are, why are we here, where are we coming from, the life and the death, all those ultimate questions. And I just research all that through our perspective, the human perspective, and our connections to the rest of the world. All my paintings start with a drawing. I develop my ideas on a paper. I start with the charcoal that is pretty loose and gives you a freedom of moving around and not being too precise with it. So it's more about the movement at the point and the energy, and then everything starts shifting to more like a precise drawing by the end. When starting every new painting, there's an excitement of the unknown. Even though having an initial idea that feels fully formed in my mind, the painting quickly changes its course and reveals itself like magic, something that's out of my control. So I become an observer. I started thinking about the canvas as a surface of the skin and what sort of textures there are, or underneath the skin, there will be the veins or the scars. So I started implementing different textures on top of it, whether it be a rope that I would attach to the canvas using the heavy gel mediums, or just applying the mediums in a certain way to appear as slashes or scars on the skin. So all those kind of surfaces would blend with the main parts of the forms. They're very biomorphic and figurative in a way, even though they appear mostly abstract. I like to use airbrush because I can show the drips, I can show the water. It's almost like it freezes in time the moment of the air, the movement of something blowing or falling down, or some sort of destruction or natural occurrences. It shows all the elements from the nature. Once I start layering colors on top of one another, there are all these unexpected new colors and forms almost. So it's like all those, the first layers are still visible, but they keep getting covered up. So I don't really know, except the drawing that I have, I don't really know how the painting is gonna look like at the end. Painting gives an advantage of creating the illusion of three-dimensional forms or floating forms, transparent forms, without having to figure out how to create them in a physical form, if I were a sculptor, for example. So painting offers endless possibilities where gravity doesn't exist and no rules or physics apply to it. It provides absolute freedom, and the parts of it that are not defined or that are missing are quickly made up in our minds. So painting engages the viewer's mind and his or her imagination. When I know the painting is done or almost to be done, probably a week or 2 weeks before, I'm already thinking about the next painting. So it's the certain sort of addiction, because in one painting you're seeing things that can be improved or better, or you just start getting new ideas. And that's how they gradually change. Also your work changes. You never reach that point of a perfect painting, perfect work. In that sense, I don't think of it ending. I'm ending one painting and this is it. It's more like all the paintings that I ever made are in conversation with one another. So it's almost like before I even finish one, I want to start a new one before the idea is gone.